Hey guys, it's Michelle with Marshtown TV. Today I am at Rose Center and I'm so excited to be here. I'm in the Edith Davis Gallery. This is the 52nd annual Marshtown Art Association's Juried Art Show. And if you have not seen these shows before, you definitely need to come and see this. This is amazing. Here with me is the Executive Director of Rose Center, Miss Becky Ham. Becky, let's talk a little bit about this art exhibit.
It's a beautiful exhibit, and the first time we've been able to do it in person since 2019, so it's very exciting. There was so much good art brought in, and then a juror decided what pieces get in and gave some awards out, and it's all outstanding, and I hope people will come to the reception on Sunday, June the 5th from 2 to 4.
And the show itself will be here from what, the 2nd all the way through the 29th?
All the way through the 29th. We're open from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, so they can wander in on their lunch hour or whenever they want and come see it in person. Of course, the virtual shows were a good thing because when we had to, but there's nothing like seeing a work of art in person. It just isn't the same thing.
Absolutely. And I know before we got started, Tony and I were walking around in here and we were literally just mesmerized at not just the different artwork, but the different types of artwork. And let me ask you, is the majority of this from local artists in our community?
Most of it is, or surrounding counties. I did notice this year we had some entries from Knoxville and some other places that we haven't had in the past, so I'm excited about that.
Well, I think something, and we may have talked about this before, this is totally free of charge. And I think a lot of times people who may have an interest in art, they come in and they look at these amazing pieces that other folks have done. And I think this could be, without trying to sound too flippant, this could be like an inspiration for other artists. Don't you agree?
I sure hope so. And, they'll get to meet the artists. Some of the artists are teachers, so maybe they'll want to sign up for a class here with Dan Gibson or someone else and be even more inspired.
Well, it is. It's fantastic. So tell me again, you're open 9 to 5?
9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Well, fantastic. Well, let's talk about some other things happening this month at Rose Center.
Well, and I'll give a little preview of an event coming up in July, very end, on the 29th. We're going to have another Midsummer Social, which is so much fun. We just started planning it. There'll be a live auction. Everybody who buys a ticket gets to go home with a work of art that's donated by a local artist. And I always say artists are the most generous people. Yes. So it'll be a fun evening, live music, and maybe even some dancing, some good food, and just social, just a fun social for people to come together and visit and
well, that's the name of it, right?
Enjoy the summer.
Now, is it going to be in the hall or is it in Prater Hall? Where is it going to be exactly?
It's in Prater Hall.
Okay, great, great. Well, is there anything else you want to touch base on?
Well, I want to let people know about, some people know we do classes. Other people only know we do mountain making. So there's always something new to talk about.
There's way more to Rose Center than just mountain makings.
So we are a designated agency of the Tennessee Arts Commission. So part of that means that we get some money from them, about $15,000 a year, to give out to other nonprofits in 5 counties. Okay. So it's called the Arts Build Communities Grant Program. So we serve Hamblin, Jefferson, Cocke, Granger, and Claiborne counties. Our reach is much more than just Morristown. So any nonprofit, which includes schools, churches, government offices, anyone who wants to do an arts-related program can apply for a grant. They're from $500 to $3,500 each. Oh, wow. And so this year, for example, we've had Ethra has applied. You'll be seeing the local artwork on banners at their truck stop, at their bus stops around town. Girls Incorporated got a grant. They're just about to unveil on June 13th, I think it is, the mural that they did with grant funds. So that'll be on the outside of the building. So we have a lot of local organizations that we give money to.
That is wonderful. So, again, what's the whole process? Did they go online to Rose Center to get an application? How does it work?
Yes, very good. The grant deadline is July 1st. They're open now. If they need any help at all, they can call me, and I can walk them through it. The Tennessee Arts Commission website has tutorials on the process. And you can find out more on Rose Center's website, rosecenter.org.
Now, who exactly chooses the recipients of this grant?
That's a good question. We put together a panel of local experts and some people from the Tennessee Arts Commission, at least one from, maybe one of their board members or something, and then other local people who know about the arts, and they read over the applications and they rate them on a scale and give them a point. It's like points. And then we take the average, and then the awards are given according to that panel's decision.
Their score of sorts.
Yeah, their score.
Well, see, what's so cool about that, again, Rose Center is a nonprofit organization in itself, but the fact that you guys also support other nonprofits, I think that's definitely something you need to be commended for doing that. I know that's a lot of work that goes into it as well.
It is, but, that's part of our mission is to support all the arts in Hamilton County and the Lakeway area and all these counties that we serve. It's not just about what we do here.
Absolutely. Even though you guys do a lot.
We do, yeah.
Well, I know we've talked about that, but can I talk just a little bit about what you're holding in your hand?
Oh, this. Well,
That pretty little thing.
if people wonder, well, where do you get the $15,000 to give away?
And I apologize. I was going to ask you that, exactly where the funds came from.
Yeah, so that's a pass-through. We get it from the Tennessee Arts Commission. Tennessee Arts Commission gives out, it supports arts programming in all 95 counties. Last fiscal year 21, $7.5 million for arts programming. That's anything from student ticket subsidy, where kids can go see the symphony or have a storyteller come into their classroom, to supporting organizations like Rose Center or the Knoxville Art Museum or the symphony. So they work in all 95 counties. Where do they get all this money to give us? Tennessee Specialty License Plate Programs. I brought mine in off of my car that a lot of people don't realize. I mean, there are like over 100 different license plates you can have. It could be Friends of the Smokies, could be Carson Newman, UT, Wildlife, Animal Friend. I mean, they're just
Lots to
dozens
choose.
and dozens. Well, you pay a little extra fee for that. I'm thinking it was like $25. Well, 40% of every single one of those specialty plates goes to the Tennessee Arts Commission. 80% of all the arts funding, and you can do the math, 80% of $7.5 million, it all comes from the Tennessee License Plate Program. So
It's phenomenal.
a little bit that you can do, knowing you're going to support arts organizations all over the state. Now, these arts plates, and I think there are about 4 different ones, 90% of that fee goes to the Tennessee Arts Commission for arts programming.
Well, this has definitely been a learning for me, and I'm sure for you as well, because, I've seen these, and I think a lot of times they refer to them as vanity tags. I used to have one that said Nana of 3. It has nothing to do with art. It was about me and my grandkids. But, this definitely, I don't think would qualify as a vanity tag, but I think this is just wonderful. And again, I had no idea that money from these tags actually supported arts all across the state of Tennessee. That is amazing.
Tennessee's really fortunate. Not every state, the money doesn't go to, to the arts, the head arts organization for the state. So, Tennesseans for the Arts lobbies our legislators to keep this going and to make sure that the extra money from this goes to the Tennessee Arts Commission.
Goes to what it needs to go to.
Very important program. So we couldn't do what we do without it. And the bow on here, besides hiding my number, is also, you can give a tag. You can gift a tag. Somebody's birthday coming up, Father's Day, you don't know what to get them, you can get them a specialty plate. And you can buy it any time of the year, and they'll prorate it. Like you could go, you say, oh, well, mine's not up till February. You don't have to wait. You can go in and get one. But it's a great program, and I just want all of our fans to know where we get some of the money to do arts programming in our area.
And also how you can also not just support Rose Center by coming here and donating and becoming a friend of Rose Center, but you can support Rose Center and other worthwhile organizations across the state with an absolute gorgeous tag. Just do me a favor when you leave today, don't forget to put your tag back on because we don't want you to get a ticket. So anyway, Becky, thank you so much. This has been a very enlightening time with you, above and beyond the things that we normally talk about. But if there are other things happening at Rose Center that folks want to know about, can you shoot out a website or a phone number?
Absolutely. Our phone number is 423-581-4330. And our website is rosecenter.org.
And of course, you always have a Facebook page.
Yes. Yes,
Because
we do.
what would we do without Facebook? So thank you so much for talking to me, and congratulations on everything going on here and stuff I know you have coming up in the next few months. Guys, stay tuned to Channel 7 Morristown TV today. Like I always tell you, when you hang out here with us, you find out about really neat, fun, cool, educational, and worthwhile things you can participate in right here in your own hometown. Stay tuned, friends, and we'll see you next time.